video I will be showing you how to use gap basically in application to demand and supply levels, and I'll use crash and boom as an illustration, and I'll keep the videos short, straight to the point, so that you will not get bored in the process. Now this approach, you can use it on any pair so long as it's charts. It's going to show you a step-by-step process on how to mark out your demand and supply levels, and the three scenarios that you often see when marking out demand and supply levels. Number one is on your screen. I call it the tab. Number two is generally called tab. Number two is called gap, and then number three is called overlap. I was supposed to just show you gap, but it wouldn't do justice to it, so I decided to show you everything that has to do with demand and supply and how to draw those levels. You must have come across some of those videos and you wouldn't know what those traders are talking about. In this video, I will simplify that an average person can use it to trade any pair using demand and supply, and then have proper understanding of what gap is, aside the previous videos gap illustration I gave. Now let's go straight to the point. Now we are just looking for three things when it comes to drawing out demand and supply, right? We're just looking for three things, and those three things are emphatically this on your screen. Number one of them is tab. This tab, it simply means that you are looking for a situation whereby your line chart, now basically your time frame you use to draw out your tab, gap and overlap is from your monthly time frame, your daily time frame, and your weekly time frame. Now one of the things that you need to note is that, let's add H12 to this. So these are the time frames you draw out your demand and supply. One of the things you need to note, the higher the time frame, the stronger your demand and supply level. Yeah, the higher the time frame, the stronger your demand and supply level. So levels that you picked on monthly time frame is stronger than the levels that you picked on weekly. Likewise, the ones you pick on weekly is stronger than those you picked on daily, and then those you picked on daily are stronger than those you picked on H12, right? So that being said, let's go straight to the point. What are you looking for when you get to the chart? You are changing your charts to a line chart, and then you are looking for this scenario where price comes and does an opposite V on a line chart. They kiss each other at this point. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for this kissing, this point where they kiss each other on a particular spot. Then you mark that place out. Where the second scenario, which is your gap, this two V illustration did not kiss each other, and they are far from each other. Look at, they are far from each other. They are far from the line. They are also far from each other. Okay, and then the third scenario, they overlap. They are overlapping. They are overlapping, and they also give gap to themselves, or they can also be in the same spot, but they're overlapping. Right? So that's that. Let's just go straight. Now, the first example I have here, I've already spotted out that level, and I've drawn out my demand and supply, but it wouldn't be bad for us to still go ahead and still work with our new level. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with something clearer. I think I used was it H12 I used? Let's see if this data loads faster. It's scratch 500. Okay. Now the minimum points you want to pick out is 3 points above current price and 3 levels below current price. Sorry, the minimum level you want to pick is 3 levels below current price and 3 levels above current price. 3 levels below current price and 3 levels above current price on any of the time frames, so that your charts will not be dirty. You can pick beyond 3 points per time frame. You can pick beyond 3 levels per time frame. You can pick 6 levels and all that, but at the end of the day your chart will look very dirty. So if you want to just work with one time frame, let's say H12, it is expected that you have to pick 3 levels below current price. This is where current price is. Change your chart to a line chart, from candlestick change it to line on H12, and then you will now start hunting and picking out your levels. Was it let me see if it was this level I used. Okay, it was the H12. Okay. Yes, I think this is H12. So it's H12. Okay, so I'll give you an illustration on how to pick out those levels. So let me clear up this chart and show you clearly how to pick out those levels. Okay. Clear this as quick as possible. Okay. So what do you do when you come to your charts? What do you do when you come to your chart? First thing first, go to your time frame. When you go to that time frame, change that chart to a line chart. Simple. You know, this chart is originally here, or it's originally at bar chart. And then you do your settings, you put it to candlestick and all that. But this time I want to change it to a line chart to enable you to pick your tap, your gap, or your overlap, right? So change it to a line chart, and then you are to pick 3 points or 3 levels below current price on that time frame and 3 levels above current price on that same time frame. So let's go. And these levels I'm talking about is either your tap, gap, or your overlap. If you find 3 of them below current price, it's fine. If you find it above current price, it's fine. And you need enough data so that you can pick those levels. Don't go to a time frame where there's no data for you to pick below current price. As you can see now, on weekly time frame there's no data here. On daily time frame there's also no much data for me to see how I can pick 3 current price, right? It's not up to 3. Are you seeing that? There's no. So I choose this because there's data here. I choose H12 because there's data here and all that. So let's get straight to the point. How do you pick the levels? Let's start from where price is. Don't go too far into the previous data. Just look around you, you will see those levels. So let me start from this spot here. Let me look back a little if there's any level that's okay. So I have one here. That's this point and this point. That's overlap. The light slightly overlaps, so that's one level. And Let me see. Okay, I have another one here. This is gap here. This is gap, and then look at here. Here is also a gap. Okay, so this is gap pointing somewhere here. See here and here and here. This gap. Okay, this gap opposite each other there. That's a gap. Okay, let me pick my third level below price. Yes, third level below price. Okay, so this is my third level. If you check closely, you see here and you see here. This is also a gap. This is also a gap. They didn't touch each other, so we didn't find tap in this scenario. All we find is overlap, gap, gap. So let's check above current price. Above current price. Let's check above current price. So above current price, the first thing I'm seeing there is an overlap, and this is my overlap. This is one spot. This is spot 2. Right, so cancel. Next thing I'm going to look for is another price level. Okay. Okay, can't find any here yet. Okay. Scroll properly. Okay. So I just moved back a little, not too far. I'm seeing here and here. I'm using these two as my overlap again, and these two here, this spot here, and this spot here as my tap. So the 3 levels are complete. Once the 3 levels are complete, I'd like you to, this is just an illustration, it's an example, right? Once the 3 levels are complete, I'd like you to now go ahead and pick out your rectangular tool and then give it a color of your choice. Give it a color of your choice. Look at how I zoom my screen. Let it not be more than this. Give it a color of your choice. Stretch it to the left and to the right. And then once you stretch it to the left and to the right, I want you to now start marking out those levels. Right? You mark out those levels like this. And then to copy this, instead of picking the rectangular tool always, just right click, control, and then left click, then drag. It automatically copy. Control, left click, drag. It will copy. Control, left click, drag to those levels you have picked out, like that. Drag and drag. Now we have our levels marked out in this color. So what are we going to do now? We want to see how price respond to this level on lower time frame from H4 down to M12 or M15 or M10, as the case may be, and then we want to use structure to trade it using our Fibonacci level. So let's go to H4 first and see how price reacts. Change it to candlestick and see how price reacts to those levels. Now you will see clearly that I told us that any points below current price are called demand level, while those above current price are called supply levels. So we have 3 demand levels here, right? We have 3 demand levels. This is demand level 1, demand level 2, demand level 3. below current price, and price is moving from one demand to another demand, and then when it gets to a demand, it doesn't break it, it comes back to previous demand and goes up to another demand. That's how price moves. It moves from one demand to another, or from one demand to another supply, or it moves from supply to supply, or from supply to demand. Yours is to take advantage of those information and make meaning or make profits out of it. So now when you go to H3, you'll see also that it's much clearer on H3. So I advise you go to where there is data. There are people that just trade strictly, demand and supply movement, only. That's what they trade. They don't trade anything else. You can see your structure on H3. If it is not much, if it's not clearer, you go lower, you see how clear they are and how this is crash respects this movement from one demand to another demand, and he's going to another demand, and when he gets to that demand, it will react. This reaction will always be there. It will react. These reactions will always be there. So we're expecting another reaction here like this before it probably moves up to like this. Are you seeing that? So that's how you use plotting out your levels to trade demand and supply. I don't want to make this video to be very long. If you have any question, if you have any topic you want me to talk about, just make a comment in this video, and also like, share, watch till the end, like, share, subscribe, so that I can reach many people and help me bring out the best in many traders that are struggling to analyze their charts comfortably. Now you can keep going to the lower time frame. Are you seeing that? So on this demand level here, this supply level rather, I'm looking that price will sell from there to this point. Are you seeing? You just combine structures and demand and supply to trade crash and boom, and that's how you become profitable in doing so. So right now I'm just waiting for price to reach this my demand level, my supply level rather, here, and when it gets there, I will wait to see an exhaustion or a rejection candle. When I see my rejection candle, I'll take my sell. My stop loss will just be a little bit above, and expect that it falls to this demand level before going up to the upside or higher supply levels. You can also use your Fibonacci, but that should be in subsequent classes. This class is just to enable you, just show you how to trade demand and supply using gaps, okay, and how to use it on crash and boom. This example I just gave, you can do it on any pair. Just replicate the same example, follow the instructions one after the other. First thing first, go to your higher time frame, change your candlestick to a line chart. After changing your candlestick to a line chart, you go ahead and now start taking out your tap, gap, or overlap on that time frame. 3 levels above current price, 3 levels below current price, and then you now bring your rectangular tool. Those levels you have marked out, you now stretch your rectangular tool on those levels, and then go down to the time frame and start taking position in line with structure, right? In line with structure, going to the upper side or the lower side. Upper side when it's coming from a demand level to a supply level, lower side when it's coming from a supply level to a demand level. Alright guys, that's that for this video. I hope I've done justice to how to trade gap, how to use gap to trade profitably in any markets. I hope to see you in the next video. Please do like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, share to family and friends, and let's keep growing daily. Cheers, see you in the next video.